everybody felt good about how to strategize for the client posts. Because we've never done anything like that, right? Where a client that's actively ordering, it doesn't include coaches and it doesn't include spouses of coaches, but for a client that's actively ordering and for the month, right? They have to order in the month of December and then make it public on their page, tag their coach, all those things. Um, everybody can win $50. And we've seen a lot of people share. So I kind of wanted to go over, and I know they talked about this a little bit on the coach call recently. So I don't want to repeat a bunch of stuff. I don't want to waste your time. But does anybody have any questions about that? Like how to strategize for that? And what I mean by strategize is, like, for instance, we're in Japan. We're not gonna like we've asked our clients to do it, but we're not going to go in and make personal side by sides for all our clients when we're in Japan for a week. It would be really hard for us to manage that, right? So you want to strategize it. And so if you're at home, you don't want to ask all your clients to do it all at once, and then you're like managing all the posts. It would be smart to probably strategize it to have like a couple do it one week, a couple do it the next week, a couple do it the next. And that's because I want to make sure everybody feels comfortable with how to work those posts. Because I know when I first started, I didn't feel comfortable with how to work those posts. And I mean when I say work those posts, like what that means. Gretchen, you're really good at it. I noticed. Like, what would you say? Because you're really good at that.
I,
Watch her. She does it perfect.
I would say that I wish my clients wouldn't have all posted at once. Bless them.
See?
They're like,
Yeah,
free
they
money?
did.
Yay.
Yeah, way to
No
strategize.
problem.
Woo!
No problem. Yes. Um, I'm just going slow because I'm already back in Facebook jail. On
Are you?
Yeah. When you don't know all the people that are you're commenting back or you're sending, thank you messages, and I can show you one or just tell you what I said. Um, I sent like three and I'm already in Facebook jail
Oh,
tonight.
are you? Yeah.
Yeah, which sucks because sorry for the recording sucks. But I had like four clients post like back to back in 2 days, which is amazing. But also now I can only add so many friends at a time. I can only comment back. I can comment back on the post, and I'm doing that, but I can't send private messages. I'm having to go really slowly. So now it'll probably be tomorrow afternoon, maybe even tomorrow
So
night
that,
before I can get back to that, which is hard. So that's another reason to, hey, space them out and hopefully they don't all post at once. Because I didn't even make
I'm
any of
so
my
glad you said that.
face-to-faces. I just mentioned like, don't forget the challenge this month, and then they just made
And
it
everybody,
themselves.
well, it just goes to show how Adam says I'm yelling. Am I yelling?
No,
We're
I don't think you are.
we're staying in a traditional
Um,
ryokan, very
yeah,
thin paper walls.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
we're sleeping on the floor, guys. It's
Oh,
actually
yay.
comfortable. It's a what mat?
Tatami.
Tatami mat. Yeah, it's actually really comfortable. But I'm really glad you brought that up, Gretchen, because I would have forgotten about that piece. Because
Yeah.
that's true. So what Gretchen is saying, for new coaches on here or people that are just helping a handful of clients is when your client posts, you want to go and work that post. You want to go respond to all of the comments of people messaging, right? And if you can get your client to do it too, like that's great. But honestly, I kind of feel the client out and get a feel for if it's something that they want to like experience more, I guess, fun with the post. Like, yeah, comment back to your friends. They would love to hear how you feel. And then if they do it, then you know that it's something that they're open to, right? But I don't necessarily push them to do that. And I hate to say that even the word push, encourage them to do that because I don't want them to get overwhelmed with it, first off.
Yeah.
And so we just make it fun. We comment back to all the comments. And you can go, do you go and send private messages, Gretchen? Is that what you're doing? So
Yeah.
tell everybody what you do there, because yeah, she's really
Yeah.
good at.
So I just well, the ones that I got caught up with tonight was one from a few days ago, and I just basically just said hi in their names. I personalized it. Thank you so much for supporting Jen on her health update the other day. The support really means so much. So thank you so much for taking the time. It's all the stuff that we learn on Power Hours. And I switched the messages up so they're not always copy and paste. I did copy and paste three of these in a row tonight, so that could be why, but I did change the names. Um, but I was going slow, or I thought I was going slow. Not
Yeah.
slow
Breaking the
enough.
law.
Yeah.
Breaking the law, Gretchen.
Breaking the law. So, and I did send a few friend requests as I was sending these messages. So I don't know if that was it, but anyways, don't go fast. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the key. Don't go fast.
yeah.
Big, big thing. So, not to scare anybody here, but when our new coach, Dawn, posted, she was having a ton of people reach out, which is great. It's fantastic. And so what we had her do, if your client is open to this, I heavily, heavily, heavily encourage this. Say anybody that's asking, and I can shoot you guys the message that I send over to people when they post and they're not a coach. And it basically says, I don't, please don't just say Optavia on the post. We want to make sure that people get connected with us as a coach and possibly have you hop on the call with us if that's something you're open to. And I'll shoot the message in here. I just got to find it. So I send that message, and then hopefully the client starts group messages with us. And that has been so astronomically beneficial for Dawn. I was hoping she could hop on tonight, but she's had a super busy day. I talked to her earlier, but so beneficial because before she was even coaching, she was basically being trained how to coach, right? So she was starting those group messages with us. She saw exactly how we responded to each person asking. And this is different than what Gretchen was talking about. Like these are people asking and on her post or either in private messenger. And so we would immediately reply back. And what happened because we were getting so many of those is I was sending messages to people I didn't know, like Gretchen was doing. I was sending friend requests to people I didn't know. I lost my Facebook account for about 30 minutes. Like it completely went away. Um, and so it's really important, like what Gretchen's saying, it is important to go slow for this. Not to scare anybody at all. It's just go slow.
If Facebook thinks you're a robot, they're going to delete the account. But I like the way they do that because it reminds us to make the connection and not just go through checking the boxes.
Yeah.
Because when we first started, they didn't have a lot of the Facebook jail or they didn't look at it as closely. And we found ourselves just checking the boxes, copy, paste, moving on, copy, paste, moving on. This whole thing is about making a genuine connection because that's what's going to give us in conversations and potentially eventually get them interested in program or signing up.
Yeah. But I think it was because we were starting so many conversations with people I didn't know
Yeah,
and
you weren't friends with.
I wasn't friends with
Yeah,
them. It's the only thing I can
yeah.
guess.
She freaked out, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely like just gone. Dawn
Like it erased her messages from every thread. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Dawn was like, I can't see any of your messages in our thread anymore. She was like, where are you? It's like, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. But it came back really quickly, luckily.
Yeah.
Adam was able, I wasn't at home, and so Adam was able to like shoot me a code from Facebook
Actually,
and it worked right away.
that's actually a good point to bring up too. If you don't have a backup method, you can set a backup email. Like she has my email and I have her email. So if something happens to our account, we can recover. One of us can recover it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very good thing because I think I remember somebody years ago didn't have that. They lost their account and they had a pretty good business and they had to start everything over.
Well, Ann Fetters, too,
Oh
under
yeah.
Caroline and
Yeah.
AJ, who attends a lot of these calls, people know she lost her account and had to completely redo it.
Yeah.
And she was on it.
Yeah.
Like Anne got that going quick. I was
Yeah.
really impressed. So
Sometimes I wish I could just clean slate, but that would be too much work.
yeah, not like that. No. But that's what it means to work a post, right? So
And doing it as soon as you can from the comment, like not just waiting and
yeah, you want to babysit those
yeah,
posts. If you have a client posting, you want to treat it as if it's kind of like a coach
yeah.
launching for the first time because you'll miss stuff.
And it boosts the algorithms to where more people see it.
Mhm. Does everybody feel comfortable with asking their clients to start group messages with them, with people asking? I do think that makes a huge difference. And I think it's why Dawn has done so seamlessly well in the beginning because she was able to just kind of watch us take it from that. And she was learning as she was going before she was even a coach, and she even commented on something like that. She's like, man, she's like, yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with how to respond to people because I've seen you do it so many times.
Yeah.
You could use that wording. Will you hand me my phone? Oh, it's right there. All right, I'll send it to you. Does anybody want to come off mute and ask a question while I look for this message? I think I got this message from somebody in Eccles org, and I've just kind of used it.
think we've had that for a while.
Well, I'm just finishing up training calls with Jennifer, and she said her friend who she works with just finished her first week 10 pounds down. So I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
okay, we need to do a face to face. And so, like, literally had that call, that conversation 15 minutes ago. So I could
Perfect.
definitely use that as a tool
Yeah.
for how to what she does next.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me. And has she been setting up some messages between you, Marnie? I know I encouraged that on our meet and greet. Has she been doing that?
Ugh, so much buttons. Yeah, so we've been doing all of the oh, you mean like her message is out. No,
Mm-hmm.
I just all of a sudden have this steady stream every day of a new call. So we're gonna finish her training calls on Wednesday. So
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, so like she's just getting taken care of.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yay. She just had to get into her role.
I think she just needed to get through Thanksgiving with her girl home visiting from college. And I think she just was like, wasn't ready to like dig in, but I think she's there now. And then we're talking about like how she can continue throughout the month, just setting up just training calls, even when she's done with me, to really start planting some seeds for January. So I'm just encouraging her to just kind of reach out to anybody who thinks she thinks would be willing to just spend a few minutes letting her get better at that health assessment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually what Dawn did. I noticed as far as training calls, even though we'd gone through like us training, um, she had set up another 10 or something, like a bunch.
She set up a bunch
And
and it
I
was so helpful
and it
for her.
was super helpful. I think we do that whole like five or so, but encouraging them to go past that is huge, I think.
Well, and I
Yeah.
think the fact that she's in her first month, it's December, like
Mm.
all those seeds that get planted 6 weeks from now are gonna where people have tried something new in the new year, and then all of a sudden they're like, this isn't working. Like they're gonna remember the conversations, even if they're just training calls that that she's doing, and she has time to do it. She's like, oh, I probably have like 10 or 15 hours a week I could put into my business. I'm
Oh,
like,
wow. Yeah,
dude,
that's funny.
then
That's awesome.
set up training calls.
I just sent that message, Marnie. You see it? So I'll
Hello.
I'll just read it out loud for those watching the recording. I forget to do that when we send these in here. So I like to do this over the phone if at all possible, but right, sometimes we can't do that. So I say, I love your post. Great job sharing your success. This will help you stay on track. And if anyone asks what program, I'd rather chat with people about their specific needs than have someone try to figure stuff out from the Optavia website. So I generally ask people to not comment Optavia, but rather a nutrition plan matched to my goals, or my coach is happy to answer questions, or something general like that. And if anyone is interested, the easiest next step is to start a three-way text message or Facebook Messenger message with something like, "Hi, coach, this is Jane, and she'd like some more information on what I'm doing and what might work for her."
Mm.
And that's literally what Dawn did. She just said, "Hi, Brendan and Adam. This is, Susie. She'd like to hear a little bit more about our program." And it just spurred into a lot of conversations. And she was like, "Well, yeah, I want to help these people." And she's about to make associate director.
Mm.
So um, I think setting up those group text messages can be really helpful for someone.
Yeah, I think it also sets the precedence that you don't have to be the expert.
Yeah, yeah,
That's we say that a lot. And even though like we are the expert, like Brent and I especially, we still like to set up those calls with a third party or a video or an audio or something other than that, because then when they're thinking about coaching, it's not going to be like, oh my God, I got to know everything, you know? Oh no, they sent me a tool. I got these resources. It's a huge like mental help to get somebody more interested in coaching, not thinking they don't have enough time or it's too much.
yeah. We've noticed that with a lot of the people we've talked to lately about coaching. It's not so much the the sharing. It's more them saying, "Well, I don't feel like I know everything." We've had that come up a lot in conversations. Like, I just don't feel like I know everything. And so I do think that's a good point. Letting people know they have a lot of support. Has anybody had anybody share besides Gretchen? Caroline, you had some, didn't you, Amy share? I feel like I saw that and I gotta go comment.
Yeah, we've actually had a couple of clients of ours and clients in depth share. And so we had the preemptive conversation when we asked them, because during our check-in calls, we've just been telling people, hey, this month it's guaranteed, like go get your $50 Christmas gift, for
Oh, that's really cute. I like
on
that.
your account. So we just said this is like not a opportunity or a chance to win. This is automatic. And I even said, I mean, just this is part of my personality. So take this with a grain of salt. But I'm like, y'all, they're giving y'all free money. You need to take it. And people laugh. And then they're like, okay, make it a little bit more like lighthearted because this is hard for some people to share.
Yeah.
I also think that when we in Health is Wealth are sharing it, they see it and they're like, oh, this is a thing. Okay, they're sharing. I can share too. And if they share in Health is Wealth, they're far more likely to share on their page.
True.
But we had that preemptive conversation too of, when you do this, if you have people reach out, just tell them, you're doing a nutrition program with a health coach and ask them if they want to learn more about it. Like that's it. Just say, are you interested? Are you curious? And then if they are, we kind of have that preemptive conversation of then we'll start a three-way text or a three-way message and jump on the phone and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I think that that's when you're encouraging your clients to post to kind of tell them what the next step would be if people are interested.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing right now. I've kind of been doing it because we've had a couple of people post, but sending those private messages and just saying thank you for loving and supporting on this person, like individualize it, like um, Gretchen mentioned.
Mhm.
And then just saying, if this is something that you might be interested in, you can follow me or send me a friend request. Because that might be weird if I just start friend requesting all these people. If I had like 5 people, yes. But it's a lot of friend requests, and I don't want to get in jail to y'all's point. But yeah, I mean, it's worth it to work the post and to reach out and follow the people because you just never know. One of my clients came because her sister saw my posts, and her sister said, you should really reach out to this Caroline girl. So it was,
Oh, wow.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
That's
not
like
even
two
all
levels away. Yeah.
it's not even always those people that are watching it, somebody else that then might refer. So you just never know. That's why it's important for us to share our story and get our clients to share their story. You just never know that ripple effect that might happen. So yeah.
I mean, it's definitely, I think it's like a lead source. I mean, that's how I look at it, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of getting leads from Optavia, that's the leads.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
Long
and those
term.
leads are way better than the
way
Optavia.
they
Actually
are way
interested,
better.
and they'll jump with, they'll hopefully jump with you on a phone call, right?
Yeah,
So they're just, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's more trust for
they're more
sure.
interested because they've seen somebody they know be successful.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Thank you.
I love the cat people on this call. It's always got a cat bud whenever you
Listen,
start speaking.
they're like connected.
Marnie and Caroline.
Yeah.
This is a kitty cat.
They just think they own the space. It's ridiculous.
They do. They do.
Yeah. I wanted to build on what you were talking about with the face-to-face messages. It's a reminder for me because yeah, I did it on my page, but I don't always do it in Health is Wealth. I forget. I forget to go in. I'll like look for clients, but if I forget to like go in and put content sometimes. So I'm appreciating the reminder to do that. I had another question, but I have no idea what it is. If it comes back, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Well, on that note, I actually, especially my transformation stuff, my personal stuff, I always just check the box to share on the group with, like it just shares on my personal page and the group. I do that every time.
Yeah, sometimes you have to, some people make their posts different though, like ask, like if
Well, yeah, if it says ask something like that,
that's the only
but
thing.
as far as the transformation, I always just
Yeah,
copy it over.
it is an easy way to do it for sure.
I have no clue what you're talking about, so
Oh,
I'll have to learn that.
When
so
you,
go ahead.
is it just professional mode or is it both? I forget.
I don't
No,
know.
it's
So
just
when we get,
professional mode. If you can't do it with like a regular page, you don't have that ability.
But I have
Okay.
oh, okay.
professional mode, so I'm like
Oh,
very
okay.
confused.
Well, before you
You
hit
can
post, it'll
you
have
can cross
options.
post.
Yep. Yep. So when you hit post, you know how it comes onto that really busy page where
Yeah,
it's got like
share
all the
stories
questions.
and yeah,
You can click
You mean
group.
most of the questions I don't look at?
exactly
Yeah.
I'll look there.
that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can click
I do know
group.
how to schedule later.
Yeah, that scheduling's been super helpful for me to schedule all those metabolic posts. I would have messed that all up on this time change.
Yeah, this time sounds weird,
Oh,
but
I'm glad you that's what I wanted. It was about the metabolic. It's a different topic. Can I jump topics?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm noticing that the new video in the system it's great. It's
Uh-huh.
35 minutes and I feel like because it's
Is
like
that the is that the Coach Explore?
no, it's the new client with the metabolic reset one that Gina put in.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's like isn't I think
I
that's
don't think I've watched
I
it.
haven't watched that.
I feel like maybe I'm mixing the two up. Maybe I feel like
No, you're probably right. You're probably right. I don't know. I
said
sometimes am behind.
metabolic reset. All I know is maybe I was
No.
looking at the wrong thing. You know what? I'm going to hold my thing. If it's not the video for new clients when they haven't hopped in yet, then I have nothing to say.
Let's
I was
see.
thinking that the new one was 35 minutes. I'm like, that's a lot to ask a pre-client to watch. So maybe I just need to
Marnie, I think that's a new client slash interested coach, like Coach Explore, Client
Yeah.
Explore call. And it was
Okay.
with Becca Tenter and
Yeah,
Tia
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woods
Mhm.
and their kids, because their kids are becoming like, and Caden Eccles was one of them. So they're trying to appeal to people who are interested in program, but also coaches of all generations. And that's really more of a interested client, interested coach, kind of like preemptive explore.
Thank you.
The
Okay,
the
I had
kickoff
my
video
lines
is
crossed.
still short.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, I watched that and it was good. It was Becca, Kaden. Why can't I remember the other female? Who was it, Caroline? Why can't I
It was
remember?
Tia Woods and then her
Tia. Yeah, Tia.
daughter, but I don't remember her daughter's name either.
Yeah, Brittany maybe or something like that.
Something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty good, but it's definitely long, Marnie, like you said. It's a Coach Explore. Yeah. I did
I was
watch that
getting
one.
it confused with the new client. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to send that. So I was second guessing myself there. Thank you.
Yeah. What else? We got 5 more minutes. I don't want to keep you guys. Look at
Look at the
you
cat.
gotta take a picture. That's cute.
It's like running the call.
Heather, do you have anything you want to share about clients sharing? I feel like you've had some.
Not really. No,
No?
I don't
Can
have
I
any,
say
I
that
don't
you
have
look
anything to say.
amazing?
She does look good.
I do.
Can I say, yeah, you
Yeah.
look amazing.
Thank you for saying that. That's sweet of you. Thank you.
You do look amazing.
I love the picture you just posted of you and Rick. I guess it was Rick's birthday. Is that
Yeah,
right?
he turned 55 yesterday, y'all.
Wow, he looks good for his age for sure.
Wow.
Right? I know it's reminiscent about the seeing him for the first time at when we were in Texas that first year for
Yeah,
Ignite.
yeah.
That first time I saw him, and I was like, that son of a bitch has no gray hair and still has blonde hair. The hell?
I forgot y'all reconnected at that.
Yeah.
That's so funny because we were at the Rustic as usual. That's funny.
I was at another funeral today, and I had some old family friends asking. So I was like telling the story, and I was like, oh my gosh, and it was all because it all started because of Connection commenting. Connection commented on his picture of him and his son Lee. His dad saw it. His dad said, that girl Heather commented on your picture, and that gave him the confidence to send me a note and like.
So not only clients and coaches, you never
Yeah,
know where this leads.
yes, results not typical, but like, it was always like Gina would be like, don't skip anyone. And I'm like, this bee is crazy. Don't skip anyone. And I came to him a couple of times and I was like, I can't be genuine and not weird. It feels weird. And then finally he changed his profile picture and I didn't feel weird. I was like, oh my God, what a great picture. A handsome picture of you, O'Neill men or whatever. And his dad was like, that girl, Heather.
I love it,
That's
Heather.
awesome. Results not typical. All right.
We have to change the
Okay.
IDS to a relationship.
Yeah, you never know. You might find your spouse.
I mean, how many people have like been able to get pregnant or they've,
Yeah.
been able to realize there are dreams of adoption or whatever the case may be. I mean, really, I was on a power hour years ago. I remember Kelly Donovan talking about how her eyesight improved. And that was not something that was like a typical thing. This is like 4 years ago.
Yeah. I remember somebody telling
What?
me that.
You
Yeah.
know, the biggest one for me is I lost connection with one of my stepbrothers,
Yeah.
which he had been, since I was 10. My dad married his mom, but we had lost contact for 27 years and found each other through Facebook. And I was one of those like, I hate Facebook. I didn't have an account for like 8 years, all the things. And then because of Optavia, made me, reconnect my Facebook. Eventually, I refound my brother, and we've been in, pretty close contact since.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
yeah.
Well, we won't keep you guys unless anybody has any other questions. So strategize your clients posting. Don't do it all at once in case it's too overwhelming. Um, and if anybody has any questions on messages to start, I mean, Caroline's got a good one. Gretchen's got, everybody here probably has a good one. I generally just say kind of like what they said. Thank you for supporting Gretchen. She's doing amazing on plan. I just love her. How do you know her? I do tend to like start a little bit of conversation in that first sentence, like, how do you know her? Like, and sometimes that'll encourage people to respond back a little bit more. And I'll say, feel free to shoot me a friend request or follow me if this is something that's interesting, kind of like what Caroline said. If this is something that's interesting to you, I'd love to, add some free value for you. I share daily. And a lot of times we kind of make it easygoing like that. People respond.
Yeah.
So, yes, and thanks. We're glad we're safe too.
I know we
So,
didn't even, I woke up to messages. I'm like, what? Earthquake.
I know.
Like, what are you talking about?
So thank you guys for all the love.
Yeah.
That felt good this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, was there an earthquake? So,
And
Quick
Gretchen,
question for CCs. When will you be back in our time zone ish?
seven,
so
seven,
the 16th
16.
is when we're back. So you can start setting them up this coming Sunday.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Gretchen, I got some really cool, I found some coffee heaven here, so I'm gonna send you some really cool stuff soon.
Oh, you have just made my day. I've got a couple I can send you. I just roasted on Sunday.
Oh yeah, I saw you were roasting. I need to get a roaster. We got to do that. Christmas present. She's like,
Do it. Do it.
all right, guys.
Good night.
It was-
It's like 10:30 for us, so we've been doing laundry. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
go get some steps in.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
we'll see. Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
walking a lot. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Night, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.